Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And we are continuing on in the second case of the game, which is the adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Investigation Part 2. Alright, so we got kicked out of Miss Nikolina Pavlova's room. So I guess we're going to have to find a way to get back in there because we didn't get to finish looking around and we didn't get to figure out the pet that she has in her traveling case or whatever. But alright, January 9th, we're in the first class cabin passageway. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, "Don't even think about it." I will break you. That's what his face says. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? I thought we had something special after we did that whole dance of deduction thing. Oh, yes. He's completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring that these were securely back on my wrists. Okay. Well, is there anything else new? We looked at this already. Oh, the emergency alarm. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. I really wish we'd had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin. Mr. Stroganoff. Love his name, it's funny. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Huh? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, Maybe you're into that. You like being manhandled by big strong men. Oh, no, definitely not that. My type is more lean like me, not big and brawny. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter. Understand? Understand. Where lobsters spend winter? What? Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. How could we forget his face the way it's all tanned? It's so weird. There must be a reason for that. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruhodo-san. You're the one who got away, after all. He thinks you're a cutie. Oh, can we go here now? That door leads to the second class area. It's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. I was hoping you would finally start to believe in me. Oh, can we look at this now? That book on top of the table there really is huge. There's a pen with it, too. Yes, I'm sure that's the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? I mean, the guy could see us from over there, but whatever. The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. He wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. Have we seen this before? No, I mean, we wouldn't have been able to look at it before, right? I don't remember. Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Okay, well... I guess we did finish looking around here? We looked that. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our, it's Kazuma-sama's. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. I could have sworn we looked at these before, but they're acting like I didn't, so I don't know. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. Anyway, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any new clues. Okay, this is new dialogue. Yes, we should probably find him and ask. Okay. Well, then let's go back in there. Okay, first class cabin number 1. It looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. He was being like an ultimate bro. Whatever that means. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Hopefully. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. I don't see him, though. Let's ask this dude. You! Where did you go? Did you not see them leave? What were you doing? I could have sworn you were there, so... Oh, sorry. I just went to the next door room to... I think he was saying investigate? Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, Seaman Hosonaga did. That's no Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into ball and throw him in cold room. Ooh, he's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. Okay. Is Hosonaga over here? Oh, I guess he is. Wait. Oh no, he did get hurt. You're back. Oh, his glasses. No! Hosonaga! Inspector! What happened to you? Your faces! Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches, and my glasses are broken, but no biggie. Made by a bear, maybe? When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fists and then toss me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard.
So it was nothing, really.
It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Man, these Russians don't play. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin.
Yes, so I understand.
Oh.
I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes. That sounded wrong though. I don't think he was German though.
Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found out.
Yes, let's do it.
Alright. You're a trooper, I'll give you that.
What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door?
Oh, do you know who she is?
Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel?
Ahem. Okay. Oof. Now you got marks on both sides of your mouth. Oops, I think I upset him there.
Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least.
No, it's not. Oh, how?
Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they?
Oops, now I've definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful?
If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. Woo!
Excuse me. Oof. Come on, Binks, wake up.
So, I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job.
Oh, I see.
Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you.
Oh? What? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. Okay, new information. What is this new information you have, Inspector?
It's this. The Buria's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report.
Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report. Oh no. I don't want to think about it. It's almost like I'm trying to focus on the investigation and all that, but at the same time I'm trying to forget the fact that Kazuma's the one who's dead. Because it's just super upsetting. I'm not over it, and I don't think Ryunosuke is either. Kazuma-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Who dared lay their hands on my beloved?
Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report.
Oh my gosh, so his spine? His upper spine? Jeez. What kind of... Was he like hit from the back? I mean, people easily just hit someone in the back and they could die, you know? His neck was broken? Ooh, the neck is even like... Ugh, that's worse.
Yes, it would seem so.
Jesus, was it like... Was it from being hit, or was it from someone, like, actually snapping his neck like assassin style? Oh, geez, I don't even want to think about that. Oof.
There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison.
I'm so glad it's not poison again. 'Cause that's lame. And he deserves better.
But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all.
Well, what weapon was used then? Bare hands, maybe? Or, I don't know, blunt object? Could be anything.
Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark.
Yep. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even get to fight back or anything, probably. They probably hit him from behind, you know? Otherwise, he could have fought back.
I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it.
Really? Are you sure?
Yes, it's fine. I trust you.
Aw, you're gonna be my buddy, man. I like you. Let's stick together for the rest of the game, please. I like you, man. I just worry that you're gonna die from like tuberculosis or something.
After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I?
Oh, that's right. He doesn't even know Naruholo, and yet he trusts him, compared to you, who was friends with his beloved Kazuma, and you know Kazuma trusted him, so therefore you should trust in him, Susato. I am very disappointed in you, and Kazuma would be too. I'm very sure he would be. That's why she's looking guilty. Uh-huh. Alright. Report from the SS Buria's medical officer giving the cause of death as a cervical spine injury.
Excuse me.
There were no traces of external injury or poison. I'd like to look it over. Oops. Wrong. Hold on. Before I keep talking to you, I want to look at the court record. Okay. It's a male, Far Eastern. Time of death sometime between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. Cause of death resulting in instant death. Okay. Victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious. Okay. Oh, Kazuma, I'm so sad. What was this one again? 123, 135. Okay. Alright. Yeah, let's finish talking to you. About Sherlock Holmes. Oh, Mr. Holmes was here, was he?
Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored.
Did he say anything at all?
Actually, now you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. "It's shoe polish," was all he said.
Shoe polish? That scuff on the floor? Huh. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. What else could it be? That does make sense, I guess, but also kind of weird. Shoe polish? Like if your if your shoe has been recently polished and like you slip on an object, would your heel like leave a scuff mark of the shoe polish then? Maybe that's how he died? Did he slip on that, whatever that object was, and hit his neck on something? That's all I can think of, maybe? Maybe it was an accident. Maybe nobody killed him. I don't know. We'll see. I would actually prefer if nobody killed him, because that way I'm not going to be as angry that somebody dared to harm my beloved. But I don't know. It's rare when we have like an accidental death, though. It's usually murder.
It was when he was over there, by the piece of broken glass, do you see?
Yep.
Ah, perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think?
Yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Holmes know it's shoe polish?
Oh, sorry, that was Ryunosuke. But how could Mr. Holmes know that it's shoe polish?
That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea.
What is it, Susato-san?
Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue.
Dark tan. A sort of dark brownish red, then.
Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him.
Oh, does this mean this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? Seems like it. Yeah, it's pretty much confirmed. It says made by his shoes. Okay.
That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head.
Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you.
Poor Inspector. You look exhausted.
Oh, no, well,
Guilt, I'm sure.
I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility.
If it was an accident, then there's really nothing you could have done, man. Oh.
Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning.
Oh, really? I hope that's not your illness, or were you drugged, like knocked unconscious and you didn't realize it? A heavy head? That's interesting. Didn't, actually, wait. Didn't Ryunosuke have a headache when he woke up, too? That's very suspicious, actually. What if both him and Ryunosuke were drugged? And then because Kazuma didn't eat, because he gave Ryunosuke the food, it didn't affect him? Why would they be drugging the passengers? They were expecting everybody to be asleep, but Kazuma wasn't. I feel like something was going on the ship. Okay. Okay, I'm having a lot of ideas right now. My head's still throbbing too. Maybe only first class people though, because Susato hasn't mentioned it. So, because she's in the what, second or third class cabins? I guess we should look at what we just got. looks like a crack. What is that? Looks round like a bell, or I don't know. Alright. Anything else? I mean, we've already really thoroughly looked at everything else. Are we gonna look at it differently now, or?
So it's clear that these letters were written with the ink that was somehow spilt on the floor. And they spell the Russian word for wardrobe.
It does seem to be an unambiguous pointer to you, Naruhodo-san, as you were sleeping in there.
But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelt out my name, don't you think?
Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words, or word, in Russian.
Which begs the question of who did write it.
Anything else new that we have to say?
This is where Kazuma spent his final moments, writing his diary.
1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Looking at his writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone.
Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words. I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruhodo-san.
We will.
Anything new here? I think it's interesting, considering that hers were messed up the same way.
All the books provided for passengers occupying this cabin neatly arranged on the shelf.
They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember.
Oh yes, and you tidied them up, didn't you? You tampered with the scene of the crime.
You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to damage.
But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Jeez.
Well, anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are untidy. They're not gonna mention the fact that hers were like that too. This again?
These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya.
Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
So by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken the rules.
She called it her friend, didn't she?
Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes as yet.
I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case in her cabin.
A friend. There's more to this than it seems, I think. So this ventilator joins to Miss Pavlova's cabin.
Yes, that's right.
And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. The speckled band, as he described it.
I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, because that would be kind of... But I mean, at the beginning of the case, they referenced the original Sherlock Holmes story, which had the snake being, you know, the speckled band, right? So I'm wondering, is that her pet? Is her pet a snake? But for it to be moving around like that in the case, I'm like, I didn't think a snake could move around like that, but okay. And I mean, that's something that could slither through that kind of opening, you know? And they can, I guess, climb walls and furniture and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I think I've seen that snakes are able to slide and slither upwards. Like, I don't think they They don't have arms and stuff, but I think they're still able to propel themselves upward. I don't know. I don't know much about serpents. I don't think about them much. She did say it wasn't like something cute or predictable. It wasn't like a cat or a dog or a bunny. I don't think it's a bird either. So, something serpenty makes sense. Maybe an iguana? Lizard? I don't know. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it. But she seemed as baffled as we are.
Yes, I wonder if she's telling us everything, though.
I'm not sure.
I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me.
Yeah. Don't really see anything else new to examine. So maybe at this point we are supposed to move somewhere? I don't know. But I think we're gonna end this episode right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.